That's my cousin Christian.
All right, so here we are. We are live. The second cup of coffee. I'm Jason.
I'm Keely.
All right, so let's get going. We got a lot to cover. At least I think I do. Well, how can you have a bad day when you're working out with Aloha and you are having coffee with Aloha, which could be our parent show or sister show or brother show, whatever, some kind of partner show on that front.
That's the show that we're going to start filming in Hawaii soon.
Yeah, so happy day. It's been great. I mean, I didn't even realize you were up here working in the other room because the kids were so quiet that I figured there was something happening, engaging them, but they're
Mommy
downstairs.
Must be with them.
Yeah, downstairs with Hannah. I got batteries in all of their trains, all their Thomas trains. Actually, 12 Thomas trains had no batteries in them. So by tonight, 13 trains will have no batteries left as they continue to not shut them off and let them run as they go right there. But that's kid life, right? Just training the processes. Where's the trains? They're hiding under the couch, the dogs and freaking the dogs out. But that's kind of like us, right? It's just constantly learning our habits and learning how to adjust what we're doing just to have a better result. Right?
And I know we already did this, and I want to follow your train of thought. I do, but I'm so stoked. I'm so happy about our hats. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Coffee with Aloha. Coffee with Aloha. I just got this for my birthday from my amazing cousins, Kaeo and Justine. And I also got this, I don't know the actual French word for it, but it's a cheese board from my mom. That was from my cousin Christian, who does this amazing artwork. Well, you know what? We'll actually bring it upstairs and show it to you tomorrow because it is amazing. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of artwork. It looks like the ocean.
It's flowing over it. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I have to say, I was like, man, like sometimes it's those things, and that goes a lot with life. Is that like you get these things and you try and put them away, and like you want to protect them and not use them, but then you never use them and they get stuck, and 20 years down the road, you said, look at that. So you have to use these things. You have to take it full advantage because that's why they were put together. Just, I mean, it's like a great watch, right? You really appreciate how it's put together, but you can't just look at it all the time. It was there for use and there to put together.
Yes. So back to your train analogy. So with the train analogy, the kids never ever turn their trains off. So what happens if you never ever turn your train off? You run out of your batteries and without stopping, without turning it off from time to time, you'll just keep on running and running and running. And half the time you'll just be hitting a wall or stuck under the couch, stuck in your own head. So turn off sometimes. Maybe don't drink that much coffee and readjust, reevaluate everything, just re-up.
Well, one of the ways to do that is really just do a brain throwdown on a piece of paper, right? Because sometimes we try and hold everything in our mind here. And you look, writing down my tasks to do today, just getting them out there. So it's now not in my head floating around, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. And then I'm not accomplishing anything. So I'm thinking about the next task or something that needs to yet be completed or done, where I can literally have a list, knock it off, get it done, move it forward, and continue to push through. It just allows it to get out of your head, right? Because you want to focus on the key things that are point right there, but you don't want to think about all these little things that come up.
Getting back into journaling has been astoundingly key. I've opened journal after journal, and I always say this, it's just been the best thing ever. So this time I'm sticking to it because I made journaling as part of my 75 hard. So if I don't journal every day, I fail. And that means the key thing with phase 3 though, if you fail phase 3, you basically fail all of 75 hard. The entire year, you're done. You failed. You failed. Even if you completed 75 hard, like the first thing, you just fail. And then you have to start all over again. So I'm not going to fail. I'm going to journal every day. I'm going to do everything that I'm saying I'm going to do, and I'm going to win.
So for whatever given reason, it's an all or nothing thing, right? And lots of times that we want to work on the averages, right? But the averages don't play in our favor. And there was actually a class that was disputing with a teacher. And I don't remember the class, I don't remember the teacher, but I'll give you the gist. They were really pushing socialism. Right. And so she said, okay, socialism. Why do you think it's good? Why do you think it's bad? And they presented their cases and she said, okay, well, from here on, we are going to allow the group collective of testing to basically incorporate the pass or fail for the class. So we'll set that at 80%. And in that fact, ultimately, really everything will be collective across the board. So everybody needs to give back, right? The first set, basically some people did good. Other people really just didn't do anything. So they figured it would get brought up. The next test pass there, people said, well, man, nobody else is working. Why am I working so hard to get these good grades? Because the average is out. And they, of course, some more did poor. And then, of course, the grade went down. And then the final exam, everyone was assuming everybody else was going to do their part, and they failed. Pass or fail. So it actually pushed the narrative right there where they were depending on others instead of saying, I can only be responsible for myself, and putting forward their best foot. It wasn't a push or not for socialism, just the context of we need to take charge of what we are and how great we want to be. And doing that is going to provide us more opportunities and put us in more things of quote unquote lucky positions than sitting on the sideline waiting. And that comes up to you talking, I thought.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, we always talk about making choices and taking responsibility. So you need to take responsibility for your greatness. If you're going to be great at something, it comes down to what you do, not what anybody else does, not what anybody else gives you. It's what you do on a day-to-day basis.
So 10 ways that we need to prepare for not letting greatness stop us. And that may sound counterintuitive, but I mean, the first one that comes to mind, and we have 10 today.
10. Whew.
But the first one that comes to mind is that you stop trying or starting because you feel greatness is too far away.
Okay. So you're thinking that if it's too far away, people don't think that they can grab onto it. It's just like.
So I might as well not even try, right? Because, and it's our son's doing a lot of this now where I just can't do it. And he will be trying to throw a small ball into a cup from across the room, right? And the first time the world is over, I can't do it. I might as well give up, right? But instead of the effort of trying, right, where I can't do it either, right? And I may get to the point where I may get closer or get it in based on repetition, but it's the repetitions that count to get to the result.
Number 2, you see other people who are great and like killing it. And you're like, well, they've got it. There's no way I can be that person. Example, somebody just compared us to Grant Cardone. I was like, awesome. Grant Cardone is my competition. Bring it. Dominate. Grant Cardone is like all the way up there. So I'm not going to compare. I'm not going to compare the greatness between us and Mr. Cardone and his wife. I mean, they are at a level and we are at a level, but there's not going to be a comparison. I'm not going to compare myself to them because that is something, if anything, I'm going to reach for that greatness. I'm going to get it my own way. Jason and I are going to get it our own way. So look at greatness and reach for it. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it scare you.
And number 3, and so we'll give numbers since we have so many going through. Number 3 is actually defining greatness. We want to be great, right? What does that mean? Right. I want to be great at working out.
I want money.
I want to be great at I want to be great at money. Right. It would, of course, if you ask for things that are bland, you're going to get bland results. Be specific with what that means, and then not let the word take you out of the context of what your goal is that you're going for.
Change the word greatness into something else. If it scares you, like I said before, if it scares you, sometimes, we think that we're scared of failure. A lot of times we're afraid of success. So if you're afraid of that greatness, change it into something. Turn it into bite-sized bits. Say, I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take this step, and then I'm going to take this step. And all of a sudden you'll find yourself at this pinnacle where you are where you want to be. And then you'll just keep on going higher. So don't be afraid.
Yeah. And number 5 piggybacks on that one there is that the winners and the losers, the difference between them is that the winners are losing more than the losers. Because on that fact, they're pushing forward, they're getting those losses out of the way so they can get to the win.
Number 6, we're on number 6. You know what? I mentioned Mr. Grant Cardone. Look at Tony Robbins, look to Gary Vee, all these people that are great. Look to Brene Brown, look to these people who are out there doing what you want to do and emulate them. Emulate greatness. Success leaves clues. Tony Robbins says that. So go and find the successful. Do exactly what they do. Put your spin on it, though. Put your flavor on it. But reach for those great people and emulate them.
And with that, piggybacking on there again, we're on number 7. Well, it would be not build up too much of your result based on other people's feelings or reactions, where so many times, we talked before about comparing ourselves to others, but also our greatness depending on what others think, right? So and people can have different opinions. Like you're trying to make a sports team as a kid, or you're trying to get a job and other points. There's so many factors that are outside of your control, right? Maybe you're a catcher and there's 3 catchers. Maybe you're trying to get a social marketing position and you just filled it an hour early. Think of all the points to put in there, but you can only believe first in your ability and improve that ability and position yourself in the best light to get to greatness.
So number 8, to get to greatness, you have to outline the steps. You have to put down those goals. You have to do those action steps, those actionable steps that'll get you to that goal, to that, quote, greatness that you are searching for.
And number 9 would be to not have something that's your pinnacle moment that you have nothing to look forward after, right? This is life and is made to continue to move forward. There is no stop start. There is no I've reached my moment. No one ever says I've reached my moment. I'm good. I'm done, right? So, and that's a lot with what you hear from Olympians, right? They go after the gold medal, and whether they get the result or not, the letdown afterwards, if they don't have something to carry themselves forward to it, tremendous, right? Greatness can be had, but it's a lifelong approach. With social media today, we're only as good or relevant on our last thing. It's unfortunate, but I was listening to something, was it yesterday, where they were saying someone spoke to Ice-T and said, Ice-T, if you didn't put out any more content and didn't say anything, how quickly do you think people forget you? He said 6 months. So, could it be true? Potentially, but you see a lot of people out there trying to rediscover themselves.
I would remember you.
Exactly. He was in those commercials, right? Kidding. Move.
I actually met him once at a restaurant I was working with. At restaurant I was working at.
Did you serve him lemonade?
No, I think I served him like something like alcoholic of some sort. Anywho, number 10. Okay, number 10. Do not let greatness stop you. Do not let greatness start you. Find it within yourself. Find the responsibility and the choice within yourself. Find that in yourself, which is great. We've said these 9 other steps that you can look towards someone. You can make the steps to get there. But first, you have to accept that which is great within you. Yeah. Accept that which is great within you and look inside within to take those steps forward.
And with that, that's 10 ways that you can't let greatness be a negative, right? It's turning around and finding the positive in the words. And a lot of that's going to position with you changing your words, changing your motives, your mindsets, the way you move forward. It's all part of your daily approach to things, right? And so, of course, don't focus on the result, focus on your effort.
Yes, thank you so much.
And that is exactly what it is. It's about the effort. It's about the carry forward. It's about, honestly, pushing to that next step of saying, what's next, right? And any point. And you can pat yourself on the back when you make that accomplishment. And it's not something that you want to overlook everything. But again, it's how does this build my life into the next step? How does this continue to build a road that's going to find me fulfillment, find me the life that I desire as a for lifer, someone who's looking for a fit, rich life.
It's the journey there, folks. I mean, I know a lot of people are just like, no. It's actually getting that greatness. It's getting that thing. It's getting that $1 million. It's getting that whatever you're looking for. But what happens after that? What happens after that? What happens after that and after that? So it's really the entire journey reaching towards Jacob, by the way. That great. Hi, Jacob. Yeah. So it's getting there. It's living your life. It's living a fit, rich life. It's living a life that is full and rich and just everything, everything that is great that you find within you. We are coming up on the 15-minute mark. I'm doing this early because we've been late the past couple of days. Well, so a minute until 15 minutes. So what did you do today?
I ran.
Nice.
Yeah, I ran. I picked up some garbage as a random act of kindness around. And for that, my aloha mommy, what are you doing?
I ran and I also did my push-ups.
Good.
So So we were doing the 22 push-up challenge, which brings awareness. We're done.
We're done. There's lots of random things going on.
This 22 push-up challenge brings awareness to veteran suicide. So we jumped on this challenge, and I feel like I got to touch so many people, and this word is just spreading and just going out. And there's people who have donated their time, their efforts to this heartbreaking cause. So if you are out there and you want to jump on the 22 push-up challenge, go look at either of our pages and just jump on. You don't even have to be nominated. Just jump on, start nominating people, get the word out. So once it started, I was just like, well, am I just going to stop doing my push-ups? No. So I was just like, you know what? Let me see if I can do 30. And yesterday I was like, let me see if I could do 32. So I'm just going to keep on growing and growing that number of push-ups every day to see like where I failed. Today, I kind of failed at 30. I couldn't do the 32. But hey, that means I'll just have to do 33 tomorrow.
So in 2 months, Peely's going to be so overbuilt that I can't touch my shoulders with my hand. She's not going to be able to wash her face. She's going to, because there's so many muscles just be throwing the water at her face from afar. And we'll have to enlist.
I grab my coffee.
Yeah, I see her basically on the floor with the dogs licking her face just for points right there. No.
Like, baby, can you wash my face, please?
Oh man.
No. Okay.
That's what we've come to. All right, we've taken enough of your time today. Thank you for checking us out. We got a new text platform. It's coming there.
Yes.
Forgot to get the number today. It's a number that you text us. Shocking, because you need it. But tomorrow maybe we'll put that in there, or the next day. Thank you again. It's so awesome to have you guys here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your network. Help us reach more people. We got a ton of good stuff going out there. We've just been a ton of great. We've just had, the stats have been way up. You guys are digging the feedback. Reach out if there's something that you really want to focus on today. If there's something that we're missing, let us know. Comment. And you can say, I like Peely's hat. I like Jason's hat. I like Peely. I don't like Jason. That we're fine with that. You do what you need to do, but we want to hear from you. All right, guys. We will see you.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe. See you tomorrow.
Aloha.